I chose to explore is the economic incentive behind the legalization of marijuana and the industry it supports. Many skeptics note safety, public demand, misconceptions about weed, etc., as reasons for not supporting legalization. However, research done in the last 10 years has made it increasingly obvious that these reasons can be identified as either scare tactics or results from simply false information being spread. Legalizing marijuana comes with many economic benefits for the state and even more personal benefits for the individual user. To begin with personal benefits, marijuana has been used in countless medical treatments far before its discovery recreationally. And as early as 2800 BC, people in Eastern Asia and early Chinese civilizations would use the marijuana plant as a treatment for many health concerns, such as arthritis, depression, inflammation, back pain, lack of appetite, and asthma. Now, the science behind it is actually pretty cool. The active chemical, tetrahydrocannabinol, works with the individual's hypothalamus, located in the brain's temporal lobe, to enact several sensations, including relaxation, pain relief, sleepiness, and in a lot of cases, mood boost and creativity. In the modern world, along with its use recreationally, many cancer patients and those suffering from chronic illnesses use marijuana as a relief to either their symptoms or the treatment of their sickness. Most states, Florida included, have noticed its positive benefits and created government programs dedicated to the implementation of medical marijuana cards to individuals in need. According to Taxation and Market Power in the Legal Marijuana Industry by researchers Hollenbeck and Utake, by 2021, 15 U.S. states had passed laws legalizing the purchase and sale of cannabis products for recreational use and are in various stages of creating and implementing regulatory systems for legal sales, productions, and distribution of this product, as well as its taxation. This article also points out that due to public safety concerns, like those previously mentioned, states have chosen to put very heavy regulations on the marijuana industry. These regulations have a direct impact not only on consumers' purchasing of the product, but also on the way the market functions and how much profit is able to be made by businesses and the government. Most states where recreational marijuana is legal have put non-negotiable regulations on how many businesses are allowed in the industry. Hollenbeck and Utake state that there is a cap of 550 licenses to be awarded for retailers. This article goes on to explain that each state is focused on three things: boosting their revenue from taxes, lessening the public's total marijuana consumption, and decreasing black market sales, if not totally getting rid of the black market. Tax policy models are usually based on the markets being perfectly competitive. However, it is improbable that these types of markets will exist in the marijuana industry. Foundations of Economics describes a perfectly competitive market as one where there are many firms, each selling an identical product, many buyers, no barriers to the entry of new firms into the industry, no advantage to established firms, and buyers and sellers are well informed about prices. Competition breeds success in any industry. Look at insurance companies. The commercials, the jingles, the mascots, and insurance is the most, if not one of the most, expensive industries in the world. This would cross over into the marijuana industry undoubtedly, as Hollenbeck and Utake cite in their article. They also explain their research that shows nearly identical elasticity rates between alcohol products and the legal cannabis industry. Legal marijuana elasticity rates were estimated at 2.5 to 3.5, while alcohol was estimated around 3 to 4.5. Now, I want you to think about the holidays in which buying alcohol is pretty much non-negotiable. I'm thinking New Year's Eve, Halloween, Memorial Day, St. Patrick's Day. The rates depicted in this research show that the demand is similar to that of marijuana. As I was researching this project, I came across a very interesting video where Colorado, the first state to legalize weed recreationally, did not experience any of the doomsday scenarios that naysayers predicted they would. It goes on to explain that this industry is soaring above what they even predicted. They noted that in just a year, Colorado grossed $40 million in excise tax alone and $700 million in total sales. They predicted that next year they would hit $1 billion in sales. Another incredible find that I stumbled upon was relating to workers' compensation. It has been found that workers' compensation significantly lessened in legalized states due to an easier and more accessible pain relief than going to a doctor. Not only did this article note a decrease in workers' compensation, but it also showed immense evidence to suggest that opioid addiction dropped drastically in states where marijuana is legal recreationally. Now we get into the possible counterclaims for the efficacy of legalizing marijuana. For one, the existence, or lack thereof, of a black market marijuana industry has been disputed by many scholars, despite many individuals thinking the opposite. For example, when Colorado introduced Amendment 64, an action that would legalize marijuana, a leading attorney on the case, Christian Soderberg, has extensively explained that to get rid of any black market marijuana, time is necessary. Specifically, he said, it's a game of attrition as opposed to, I'll just stop selling marijuana now because it's legal in stores. He continues, there are people that grow their own marijuana like some people make their own craft beer. That's how these naysayers and politicians describe this black market. Additionally, Hollenbeck and Utake continuously prove that the demand for marijuana shows loyalty to one single retailer for most consumers. They do not value substitution, even for a cheaper price, in the way that opponents think that they do. Another counterargument for the legalization of marijuana is regarding a hiked crime rate. To explain it plainly, this doesn't exist. According to the Cato Institute, there was no reported increase nor decrease in violent crime since the legalization of marijuana in all states. Additionally, skeptics have shown concern over road safety. This was also disputed with several studies. Specifically, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration found that when they controlled factors such as age and alcohol use, there was zero correlation with marijuana and increased traffic accidents. The last prominent counterargument for the legalization of marijuana relates to job growth. Not many people view this industry as booming with employment. However, that is exactly the case. NPR reported that in 2020, the legal marijuana business created 77,000 new jobs. Across the United States currently, there are about 321,000 jobs in this industry. To conclude, this is a hot topic, especially with the older generation still considering marijuana as a gateway drug, which it's been proven it's not. Many view this as a frivolous financial mistake for any state to make, especially when it comes to the political climate today. However, as I've demonstrated in this presentation today, there are numerous benefits that depict the power and money that this industry has, not only monetarily, but also for the individual user. Thank you, and I rest my case.